What is up, car addicts? In this video, we'll be talking about this week's Triple Money event week as well as the vehicle and property discounts. This event week is for April 30th through May 6th, 2020. The current casino podium vehicle is the Pegasi Reaper. This supercar is not very fast in comparison to the newer ones, but it's decently fun to drive. It is primarily based on the W Motors Lycan Hypersport mixed with the Lamborghini Huracan and normally costs about $1.6 million. It released about 4 years ago with the Further Adventures in Finance and Felony update, so it has been a while. As stated before, it's not very fast in comparison to the newer supercars. It does have a higher top speed than some of the older supercars like the Zentorno and the T20, but it just lacks the acceleration and handling. It also has only one visual customization option, which is the rear spoiler, which is quite disappointing, but what do you expect from 4 years ago? Now, for those of you that may have this car and are angry about it being on the podium because you paid, a lot of money for it, whatever the case may be, you can still take the one you originally bought and sell it for over $1 million at Los Santos Customs. Please note that what you get for the car depends on what you paid for it. And I want to clarify this because I always say this statement and I always have the people telling me, oh, I won the car from the casino podium and I took it to the customs, why wouldn't it let me sell it for $1 million? In GTA, that's not how it works. The value of the car is based on what you paid for it. So since you didn't pay any money for the Reaper on the podium, it's only going to give you $3, $5, $10,000 for it. That's it. It's not going to give you $1 million. So just wanted to clarify that there. So is the Pegasi Reaper worth attempting to get from the casino podium for free? The answer is obviously yes, in my opinion, especially since, again, you're essentially getting it for free. But don't expect to win many races with it unless you're racing against some drivers that, let's just say, aren't that great. This car is more of a garage queen in my opinion. It looks pretty good and all that stuff, but it's just not, a full-on race car like some of the supercars that are in the class nowadays. It's just crazy. Alright, so starting off with the property discounts, we have 40% off the nightclub, which is awesome. However, the upgrades for the nightclub are not on sale, which isn't that great, but at least the initial cost of a nightclub is on sale, which helps. Moving on to vehicle discounts, we have 60% off the Hot Ring Sabre. This car is in the sports class and is actually pretty slow in comparison to some of the fastest sports cars. It's really only useful for the Hot Ring races, so you can have an advantage with a custom one with upgrades. And shortly I'll explain why you should consider buying one this week at this price. Moving on to the Warstock website, we have 40% off the Strike Force. This is the jet that has the really cool gun that makes the coolest sounds. The plane is more of a gimmick in my opinion than actually useful in comparison to other planes in the game, but again, that's all personal preference and based on what you're actually using it for. But in my opinion, I don't think you should invest the money in it. And also to keep in mind, you need to own a hangar in order to even buy it. Moving along, we have 35% off the normal oppressor. I repeat, this is the normal oppressor. And I get the question all the time asking if you can upgrade the normal oppressor to an oppressor Mark II, and the answer is no. They are two completely separate vehicles. Also to keep in mind that you need an MOC or Avenger to customize the normal oppressor. And that's it for vehicle discounts. Only 3 this week. Not that great to be honest, but last week's there were 2, so I guess we're moving forward a little bit, getting an extra discount. As far as weapon discounts, we have 40% off the laser guns, which are the Hellbringer and the Widowmaker. So the cool thing about the Widowmaker is that it performs pretty much identically to the minigun and doesn't have a rank requirement to purchase. So the minigun normally requires you to be at least rank 120 to purchase. The Widowmaker, there's no rank requirement, so lower levels can purchase it and all that stuff, and it's on sale, so that's awesome. Moving on to the triple money stuff, we have triple money and RP on business battles, which are the random free mode missions that happen in GTA where you grab the cargo and then bring it to your nightclub. And as for double money, we have double money and RP on the Hot Ring Circuit races. I've seen these races pay over $100,000 with a full lobby and a higher amount of laps, and this is why you should consider purchasing the Hot Ring Sabre this week. At about $300,000, you can easily get your money back in one night, even if you're not getting first place. Moving on, we have double money and RP on the ISI Classic races, and the RC Bandito races as well. And I saved the best for last, we have double money and RP on CEO crate sales. So if you guys remember last week, The large CEO crate warehouses were 50% off, and I told you guys to stock it up just in case we have a double money on crates soon, and here it is. A full CEO crate warehouse with 111 crates sells for over $4 million, which is crazy. And you can own up to 5 large warehouses, totaling over $20 million if you sell all 5 full. Moving on to the Twitch Prime discounts for Twitch Prime members only. I'll leave instructions in the pinned comment on how to become a Twitch Prime member if you aren't one already. So this week for Twitch Prime members only, we have 80% off the Fister 811. This car has the highest top speed in the supercar class on a highway surface, but it's not very usable in races as it doesn't handle that well. But at this price, it's definitely worth considering. And lastly for Twitch Prime, we have 60% off the Drift Yosemite. This truck was in the muscle car class, and yes, it actually drifts pretty well. And lastly, of course, we have the Arce Bandito Time Trial Construction Site 2. This week's normal time trial is Tonga Valley. I recommend a fast bike such as the Batty 801, constantly doing wheelies, or a fast car such as the Pariah or the Veste 8 for that time trial. And this week's premium race is the motorcycle race, A Sign of Things to Come. I recommend either the Shotaro, Hakuchu Drag, or a Batty 801 for that race. Anyways guys, hope this was helpful. This week is not that great for discounts, but at least the double money CEO crates I think really balances everything out. A lot of people have been requesting and waiting for that, so it's finally here. Hopefully many of you out there can make millions of dollars with this week. Should definitely get on the grind, get all the CEO crates you can if you don't have full warehouses already. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.